Hi, this is Arlene, and thanks for stopping by and watching. Today's card is going to be an Easter card, and it's made with a piece of pattern paper from this paper pad. This is an older pad that I have had in my stash for quite a while. 180 sheets, and it says it's made by KI, but it's actually dated from 2008, so I don't even know if it's available anymore. But there are lots of patterns in there. The pattern that I chose is a plaid, and it's this one right here, and I thought it went well for Easter. So it's got some greens, some pinks, and some blues in there, all of which I'm going to be pulling out for this card. So to go with that card, I've picked out a pink piece of paper for the card base. So again, it's 8.5 by 11, and then I just cut it in half and then folded it down the middle. And then I've also rounded the edges here too as well. And then also I wanted to use a blue piece of paper, and that's going to be matted down there. It's just cut a little bit smaller, actually 1/4 of an inch, and then this is 1/4 of an inch smaller than the blue mat. And I'm going to be rounding the edges of each of these. And how I'm doing that, I'm using my Crop-A-Dile. There's two settings here. There's a 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch. I'll be using the 1/2 inch for this one. It just gives it a wider angle on the corner edges. So quickly do that. There's that one. I've had this Crop-A-Dile for a long time. But it might be quicker just to do it individually like this. It's going to give it a little bit of a softer edge. Okay, so we've got that. So that's the card base right there with those mats. So to add to that, what I've done today is I'm using my Silhouette. So my Silhouette Cameo, I have a couple of images that I have in my, that are downloaded here too. This is actually a round, like a sunburst, but what I did was I manipulated a little bit in my software to make it more of an oval shape. It's not a true circle, and it's just a little bit more elongated there. So that's going to go up on top, and I'm putting it, I'm not going to directly center it because I have a seine that's going to go down below it. So I'm adding that, and I'm just going to put that a little bit above the middle there. And then I have a really cute little chocolate bunny, and he again, and the chocolate bunny is in the Silhouette Cameo store as well. And the cut comes with a bow, and it also comes with an eye. But what I'm going to do is I've just got a piece of pink ribbon, and that was in my stash, and it goes well with this pink card. So that brings out the color, of my card base. And I'm going to glue that right there. And then the cut also comes with a little tiny white part of an eye, but I'm going to be using a little googly eye instead. And then I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop him up. And then I also have a seine here. But first of all, I want to go ahead and get this all glued down for you. Okay, so I have this glued down. I'm going to take and glue down a little eye here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. And of course the little bow. Just gives it some dimension. And those of you that have watched my videos know that I'm not the best at making bows. I prefer knots, but this little guy really needed a bow. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to just take a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm just going to place those on the back for right now. And I think I'm going to just take a little piece and a thinner piece and put those up in the eye or the ear area. So, really like this, but however, let's make this bunny a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to take those cute little ears and just kind of trim them off a little bit right here. Okay, and then because a lot of us like to eat the ears first or nibble on them. So I just have a little hole punch that's just a regular office punch. And what I'm going to do is just take and just punch the edges of those ears to make it look like they've been maybe chewed up just a little bit. There you go. That looks more like a little, tried the chocolate Easter bunny. Okay, perfect. All right. Now, I've got a label punch. This is a Stampin' Up! Label punch. And I'm just going to take some white cardstock. And this is going to be for my saying. So we'll trim that. And I have a really cute stamp saying that's going to go perfectly for this card. This is by Cards TV. It's called Easter Bunnies, and this stamp saying that I'm using is, I never met a chocolate bunny I didn't like. And I'm inking that up in a brown. That's going to be the Stampin' Up's chocolate chip. And this stamp is just like, it fits perfectly. There's not a lot of room for mistakes or going too high or too up. It's pretty, almost as wide. Oh, but we did it. Okay, good. And then I'm going to take one of my little daubers, my sponge daubers, and I've got the Pear Pizzazz, and that Pear Pizzazz I'm just going to ink up around the edges, and it's going to go well with the green from the plaid there. You see that? So we'll just go around there really quickly and ink that up. Since I'm not using a matte additional piece of paper, so I like how that brings out that white. Okay, and then this, I'm going to use a couple of more stamp dimensionals. And we'll get that placed onto the card. And that's going to go just on the bottom. Just like this. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put our little our little partially eaten chocolate bunny on. He's going to go right on top like that. Okay, cute. Alright, and I'm even going to do a little bit on the inside. What I've done is I've just taken a piece of white cardstock and cut it just slightly smaller than the inside of the card, and then I've taken an edge punch, a corner punch. This is from my stash, so I've had this for a number of years, and I just gave the corners just a little decorative edge, and then I stamped Happy Easter again in the chocolate chip, and just going to apply that. Get him all taped down and move over, ready to go. Alright, there you have it. Quick card, and I'm going to reapply that glue with the stronger glue there, and he'll be ready to mail. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.